G'day guys, welcome to Ask Woodford. My name is Christian Woodford. Now, Ask Woodford is all about you. Yes, this is all about answering your questions as it pertains to training, athlete development, injury reduction, rehab, or even life. We want to help everyone, and that comes from coaches, athletes, to the general population trainer, whoever it is. We also want to thank our sponsor, macironfitness.com.au. Mac Iron Fitness is the premium supplier of all bands, rollers, and massage therapy balls for Woodford Sports Science Consulting. So sit back and enjoy the Ask Woodford show. Hello and welcome to episode 19. This is Ask Woodford. Today we have a very special guest, the legend himself, my mate Jaidyn Stephenson from the North Melbourne Football Club. Welcome, Steve-O.
Thanks for having me, Woody, Dirk. Appreciate it.
Always, brother.
So, listen, first of all, I just want to state, just give a bit of, if people don't know who you are, just a bit of background about who you are, what sport you play, etc., etc.
Yeah, so you just gave me the intro and said all that stuff, but I can reiterate it if you want.
Just explain it again.
Explain it again for everyone.
Yes, obviously my name's Jaidyn Stephenson. I'm lucky enough to be an AFL footballer for North Melbourne, and was unlucky enough to meet Woody a couple of years ago. So that's my story.
Steve-O, that's brilliant.
How was the first? Like, how did you find it the first time meeting him? Like, what before you'd met him, were you a bit standoffish, or were you excited to meet him?
So I live with Josh Dacos.
Yeah,
well, he lived with me, and
I love he lived with you. You lived with him.
But it was my house. He was living in it. And
was he a good housemate to begin with?
He was a good housemate. Yeah.
How were you? Wait. How were you as a housemate?
I was fine, yeah. Like I said, it was my house, but I sort of just let them do whatever they want. I've had plenty of housemates, and they rule the roost as much as I do. But like I was saying, Woody, he goes, I've been training with this guy Woody down in
Moorabbin.
Where are we? Moorabbin. Yeah, and we were in Bentley, so I was like, oh, beautiful. I'll go down and meet him, and I'm thinking I'm coming for this hard sweat session workout.
Yeah.
I get there and Woody just chews my ear off for an hour. We do about 6 deadlifts and we're just chatting crap the whole time.
I remember when you first came in, he had you outside doing a couple of stretches, and I swear you guys were there for like 45 minutes.
You've got to get to know people.
I don't know if we got out of the stretching stage that day.
You've just got to get to know people, and that's how I got to know Steve-O. But that we met through Dakes, Nick and Josh Dacos. That's obviously how we met. And I just couldn't get. When I first met Steve, I couldn't get over how skinny you were.
Wait, but as someone obviously as an AFL footballer, did you find that you respected S&C, or did you find at the time you didn't really know their benefit, if they were worth implementing with?
Yeah, I probably didn't have a great idea of how important they are, and obviously knew that I had to do something to keep fit, and obviously, like you said, I was skinny, so get a little bit bigger. So it's certainly something that I've probably in the last 2-3 years I've looked into a lot more and put a lot more time and effort into, and I think it's showing benefits.
Yeah, man.
Well, he's strong. You are strong, though. You might be skinny, but it comes down to, we talked about this before, the nervous system. You actually are strong. For your size, you are strong.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
So, you do buy into this more. I remember when I first met you, I didn't think you bought into it that much, but now you actually...
because you were talking to me the whole time. I didn't have a choice.
You bought into it a lot more now, though.
Yeah,
you bought into
exactly.
a lot more now.
Skills.
Well, yeah, and he knows this as well. But I think because we do get along, we've got similar interests, Jaidyn and I, and we are very similar in certain ways. But I thought...
very different in others.
Very different. We're both in love, though, Jaidyn. We're both in love.
That's true. That's true.
So I think that...
Shout out to Em.
Yep. And Woody's new girlfriend.
And
Nicole.
If you haven't already, checked out his Instagram. She's everywhere.
Many posts.
Love you, Nicole. But I think that as you've gone on your career, so you first started for everyone out there at Collingwood. How was your time at Collingwood when you were there?
Yeah, it was great. My first year came in.
You dominated. You took the piss.
Played round 1 and then ended up playing in the granny that year, and everything was just a bit of a whirlwind. I don't remember a whole lot. I was just going out there doing well most weeks, and it was unbelievable. And the second year started quite similar, and then got banned for 10 weeks.
So you got 10 weeks off.
Yeah.
Did that kind of affect you, when you came back, your mental state? How was your mental state?
No, it was actually, my mental state was really good because the club had my back 100%. So I was training on my own. The boys would play on a Saturday night. Yeah. So I'd go into the club, do a 14K session on my own for 10 weeks. So I wasn't even allowed to play VFL or anything. I was full on just banned for 10 weeks. And then they showed great confidence in me. They brought me back. So I'd missed the last 10 rounds of the year.
Bucks was your coach back then?
Bucks was the coach. Had missed the last 10 rounds of the year, and they brought me back in for the first final, having not played in 10 weeks.
Oh, really?
So like, my mentors were actually really good. I was like, geez, these guys trust me.
I didn't know you back then, but I said to Josh, actually, no, I wasn't even, I can't remember, but I didn't know you back then. I do remember, man, you copped a lot of shit for that. Like, what did you, I don't know what you did that was that bad. Like, you didn't mean, you were a kid.
Yeah. We all make mistakes. And,
yeah.
You know, it doesn't take much for the old keyboard warriors to jump on there and try and put crap on you. We've got a bad tall poppy syndrome in Australia. And I think if anyone does anything that's maybe not slightly normal, people
but you're
just
fucking
jump on
young,
you.
bro. You're just...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
a lot of these blokes forget that they were young one day and they maybe did some silly stuff
exactly.
as well. So.
No, but
literally everyone does.
Yeah.
But you're one of those guys who, when I talk about you, like people always ask about you, what you're like. You're actually quite smart. You know what you're talking about. I do give you that, and you are like when you do stand for something, you stand for something. Like you don't back down from anything. Like if you believe in it, you're not one of those people who say things for the sake of it. I always say that to people. Like if you believe in it, you believe in it. I think people make mistakes, but with AFL players, I think you guys are like, if you do one thing, like all the media get onto you like you're the worst people in the world. And like the perfect example is Brad Maynard. How they've dragged his name through the mud for just a football act, it's unfortunate, but it's happened, is crazy. And like I think these days, football players are overanalyzed with everything you do.
100%.
Do you agree with that?
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. And we've got to be so careful. Like so many people, their work life is 9 to 5 or whatever it may be. You're a tradie 7 till 3.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as that 3 o'clock hits, you're done. You can go have a beer there, It's like we finish training on a Thursday and we go have a beer at the pub. Someone's taking a photo. Oh, Jaidyn's having a beer 3 days before a game. So you just don't do it. You just can't because the scrutiny is too much. And there's people with camera phones have screwed athletes for sure. Like,
well, if you look at... I remember when I was Dennis Armfield and I, we did this, he was a part of this program I was a part of, right? And he said this to me. He knew he wanted to quit when he went out with his missus 3 nights before a game. They had a wine, and the next day went to the club, and they brought him in. They said, "Why are you having wine?" There was a photo of you. He's like, "What the hell?" He said he couldn't. He just said that's when he knew that was enough.
My worst one I had was it was my second year, I think it was, maybe even my first year, and I took my girlfriend out for dinner. So we sat down at the Sporting Globe in Richmond because I was living in Richmond at the time. I just had a Palmer and a Coke. Yeah. She had a burger and a lemon lime bitters. And I rock into the club the next day and the GM of footy's there, our what's he called? Culture guy's there.
Yeah. What's a culture guy?
They're in charge of making sure there's good culture in the club.
Fuck, all right, fair enough.
That's a full fucking
This
job.
is Nick Maxwell at the time. So he's obviously past Collingwood captain. And
Did you get along with him?
Yeah, got along well.
Okay, sweet.
And I walk into the room and they're like, Steve-O, we need to chat. I was like, all right, what's going on? They're like, mate, were you out drinking last night? Like, and this is 2 days before a game. We were out drinking last night. I said, nah. He goes, well, what were you doing? I was like, I was at the Sporting Globe with my girlfriend and I had dinner and a Coke. Oh, well, like and it's like, I felt like I was guilty before. Like I knew I was innocent, but it's like, they believed what they'd heard more than they were believing me at that point.
Does that piss you off?
Oh, extraordinarily, yeah.
It's like you can't even go out and just do a normal thing.
I was annoyed. So at the end of the day, I was like, nah, this is ridiculous. Like they're not really taking my word at the moment. So I get up the bloody Sporting Globe menu. I go, because I told him at the time, I was like, yep, Palmer, Coke, burger, lemon lime bitters. So I went to the thing, got the menu. Yep, that's $63.90.
And you showed them.
Here's my bank account, $63.90 out of it. Like
the fact you even have to show them is a bit disappointing.
Like it makes you feel like
absolute
shit.
rot. Yeah, ridiculous.
What did you do wrong? Nothing. But you felt like you did something wrong.
Yeah, but you're guilty until you can prove yourself innocent.
But what kind of person? Hear me out. This is for me. I'm big on this stuff. But like Jack Ginnivan, right? What he did. Okay, we're not going to say it's right or wrong. He's gone out as a kid, right? And they took a photo of him. Who the hell does that? For me, I think that's pretty petty. Like for me, like doing that stuff, I don't understand the mindset of doing that.
It's just not your business, though. Like, just fucking let people do whatever they do.
But the thing is, AFL players are young as well, right? They go out and enjoy themselves. People got to in America, that would never happen. So in America, that would never happen. That just wouldn't happen. Yeah. Like the NFL players, NBA, it wouldn't happen. Over there, because I know that I've seen it, it wouldn't happen, right? But here, it's like, guys, people do it for just feeling like, I don't know.
I want to bring others down.
Well, correct. It's tall top poppy syndrome.
They're
correct.
just jealous of like yourself, or like their ego can't tolerate you, or like some shit like that.
Yeah. Well, when you're out, do you ever have issues with people having a crack at you and just going hard at you, or no, not really?
No, not really. That's the funny thing too, because like you look at your messages, you get your Insta DMs, and you get people abusing you all the time. It's like when you're out, people sort of just want to be your friend. Like, everyone is so friendly. Oh, Steve, yeah, I'll buy you a beer. I'll do this, I'll do that. Everyone's really friendly in person, to be honest. I haven't really had anyone out.
I just don't understand the whole thing about like people who like obsessed with AFL players. You're just normal people. That's how I look at it because I've trained them as well. So it's a bit, you guys are just normal blokes. Like I don't understand the big issue with it, but I guess you being an AFL player, how do you feel about it? Like when people come up to you and annoy the shit out of you and...
That's what I'm saying. It's actually not too bad. Like, obviously, people are diehard footy people, and I don't know what that's ever like. I remember as a kid, when I was a kid, I was diehard. Like,
because you're a kid.
If I was a kid, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, once I'd gotten to 15, 16, I knew I was going to probably play AFL. So I don't know what it's like between that 18 to 25, where it's like if you still are that fan kid. So yeah, I've got no problem with it. I think
as long as I don't annoy you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, as long as I don't annoy you. But most people are fine. It's like come up, have a chat for 30 seconds, a minute, all sweet. So we don't have to sit there and chat.
Just go up to Jaidyn Stephenson when you see him, annoy the shit out of him from now on. Just say Woody sent you, annoy the shit out of him. I mean, you can imagine what it's like for Dustin Martin. So Collier Dawkins told me this story where he can't go into a coffee shop because people just swarm him.
Yeah.
That would be a bit much.
Yeah, that's it. And like Dusty's obviously one of our biggest stars. But it's like I sit back all the time. I'm like, we are absolute Y or Z grade celebrities. Like, imagine being an A grade celebrity. Like, you wouldn't be able to leave your house. It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look at Justin Bieber. I remember hearing stories about Justin. Everywhere he goes, he gets swamped. Imagine that, like people pulling on you and like, I just couldn't. You couldn't live that way. But I guess it's a trade off for him for his fame and how much money he makes. That's a trade off. You got to trade. But at the end of the day, you play a sport, and I think that we need to realise that you're professional athletes, but people don't own you. I think in Australia we think, oh, I pay money so I can say whatever the fuck I want to you. That's what I think. Like I remember Mitch Robertson brought this up about how, I don't know if this happened to you, but people DM you guys apparently and it's like, you fuck my multi for like $5.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
Happens all the time, yeah.
It's $5.
Yeah.
What do you say? You don't even write back?
No, don't even reply.
But that does happen.
That does happen, yeah. It's like, you're gambling, mate. Don't gamble.
Yeah, you're taking the fucking risk. Like,
yeah.
Do you ever get involved with it, or do you kind of just leave it?
Oh, I've had little jabs back here and there, but it's very, very few and far between.
It's just their time's not even fucking worth it.
No, not at all.
How's it been since? And because you went to Collingwood first, and Collingwood's such a big club. Now you've gone to North, and North isn't a massive club like Collingwood. How's the change been? Did you struggle at the start with that? Like, how's it been since you've been at North? Because since you've changed, I reckon you've been pretty happy. Like, since I've known you, you seem pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I think footy, I have been a lot happier. Obviously, on field, losing all the time, it's hard. It's not something I'm used to. And
well, you're used to winning at Collingwood.
Yeah, Collingwood, and then even my whole juniors, whether it be cricket, footy, bus, whatever.
Here we go, pump yourself up. Look,
playing you in table tennis. All I do is win usually.
Can I say one thing? I have to give you credit. What annoys me about you, I'll tell you what annoys me about you, people like you. Everything you fucking do, you're good at, like sport, like table tennis. I honestly believed I could beat this guy. And yeah, okay, you've smacked me, and I've been practicing, and I still reckon I came close to you.
I beat you with my left hand as well.
But you used to fucking play. I used to be a good tennis player. I used to be a good tennis player, though, didn't you?
Okay. I was all right. I stopped when I was about 12, so I didn't really...
It annoys me about you because you're one of those guys who...
Just a fucking
pick something up and you can... Guys like you, it's like, God fucking damn it. I thought I'll shut your mouth up. I'm pretty good at table tennis. Like, okay, I mean, I did... Year 7, I got most improved. Year 8, I got best table tennis player. And I thought I could beat him. And this prick starts slapping, and he's like, Wood, I played my opposite hand. And even I knew I was in trouble when your mum goes, oh, you're not playing him, are you? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling since you've been at North? Is it like you're happy now? And like, because I know by the end of Collingwood, you were pretty bit like, you know, how it went down. It wasn't the best way it went down. And I think if Bucks admitted if he had his time again, he'd do things differently. But how have you felt since moving clubs?
Yeah, I've got no hard feelings with Bucks. Like at the end of the day, I know I'm one that understands the AFL as a business, and the best business move for Collingwood at that time was to trade me. So good on them. They've made the right business move, and I've ended up at a place where I've made some really good lifelong friendships. And like I said, we've been losing every week on field, but coming in to the club on a Monday to Friday, great. Yeah, such a good bunch of blokes. And, I couldn't be happier.
Who are you closest with at the club? I know you and Bull are pretty close. Who are you close with at the club?
Bull, Curtis Taylor.
Yeah.
They're probably my two two best mates.
The King, Bull, and Bull. When are we getting you on the podcast? We'll get him next on.
Did that just fall into place, or did you know him prior?
You knew Bull prior, didn't you?
I'd known Curtis because I played like state teams with Curtis, and he was a year younger. But yeah, we got along well there. And Bull, I met Bull. I'd met him maybe once or twice out of a night time and
just connected,
and,
bonded.
Yeah, had a good time together. So we grew that friendship once I got to the club.
He's a cooking machine. Have you eaten what he's cooked before?
Yeah, no, he's very good at inviting people around and having them over for dinner. So he cooks up a good feed. And I mean, sometimes he cooks food for like 14, 15 hours. Like,
he's crazy at it. He's good. Yeah.
Puts it in the smoker and 15 hours later it's ready. I said, mate, stuff that. Buy a little package from Safeway's 12 minutes in the microwave. Tastes almost as good.
He's just that type of person though. He's like, I love having people over just to cook for him and just eat with them.
Yeah, and he's got two roommates that live with him too that he cooks for.
Jimmy Harold, shout out to Jim Harold, the great man. Jimmy Harold, legend.
Jimmy.
And who's the other guy? What's his name?
Ben Harding.
Ben Harding, Ben Harding, that's right.
So they both get well-cooked meals every night. Cam never expects anything in return, so...
He's passionate about it. What talk about away from football, what are your passions?
Playing golf.
Are you getting better at it?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah,
such a fucking hard sport, isn't it?
So hard, man. Like, I first got my handicap like a year ago. It was 25 or something.
What's your handicap now?
8.
Not bad.
So it's okay. I can still have some big high-scoring days, but my best can be good enough.
Yeah.
And then obviously started up a podcast myself, so that was going all right.
What's your podcast called for everyone out there who wants to listen to it?
It's called Reminisce with Jaidyn. So we did season 1, which was just the 10 episodes at the back end of the footy season, and the main reason why I've stopped is because I want my off season to be my off season. I don't want to be doing anything. I want to be obviously working hard and training for next preseason.
So you'll be down here in 2 weeks next week. When are you coming down?
We'll see how we go. I live in French Gully now, so it's a little bit more of a trek.
He's an eastern suburb man now.
He's coming down a few times. You're coming down. I'm training you.
He doesn't like the southeast. Doesn't like the south.
Hmm?
I was just saying, we were talking off air before this, but don't really like this side of town.
Why don't you like this side of town?
There's just not enough trees. I like a bit of greenery. I like I like being able to park wherever I want. Around here, you need 2-hour parking spots, so you need to get a ticket. That doesn't happen in French Gully. You just park wherever you want. You park on the curb, park there. You're fine.
So you're playing golf. You play a lot with my boy Youngie as well.
Yep.
Who's better, you or Youngie?
Pretty similar at the moment. Yeah, we've sort of been going up and down a little bit.
So where do you guys go? Where do you play at?
I'm a member at Eastwood and Heritage. He's a member at Long Island, which is National Long Island, which is in Frankston. So but we sort of get each other on wherever we need to go.
Oh, okay. And so it's you, Youngie. Is there a group of you that mainly play?
Bull's into his golf. Aiden Corr's into his golf.
Yeah. Out of all the players, who's the best golfer?
Well, it's hard. It's like going off handicap, it's Youngie and I at the moment. But
what's Youngie? What's his handicap?
He might be 9.
It's not bad.
How often do you actually go and play golf?
I try to play twice a week.
Yeah, so a decent amount. In season as well?
Yeah, I try, in season. In season's probably easier because we get more time off and you're not as tired.
Yeah.
It's like in pre-season, you're training 5 days a week.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Your big sessions, you're screwed. Whereas like in season, it's all about recovery. So we might have a day where you finish at 11 in the morning. So you can quickly go to the course, play your 18, cruise around in the cart. It's pretty cool.
How do you find the lifestyle? Because it's not, like you said, it's not your 7 till 3, your 8 till 4. Like, yeah, even though you're just working different times, you're flying here, you're going here, you're doing this different stuff. You're always going to be mindful of what you're doing. How do you find that? Yeah,
we sometimes complain, like when we go down interstate, or say we go down to Tassie up to Brisbane, sometimes they make us stay there the night after the game. It's like all of us boys, we just want to play the game. We want to get back to Melbourne. We want to be home.
Why do they make you stay?
Oh, sometimes there's just no flights running at that time or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But I think we've got to be pretty grateful of how we've got. I mean, we've got 2.5 months off now, which most other jobs you don't get 2.5 months off.
Yeah, paid 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Paid.
And then we're back for a month and get another 3 weeks off.
Living the dream, really. If you think about it, you live in the dream.
In terms of work hours, we're very well looked after.
Yeah. And you got to think as well, your pay as well is like 10 times the average wage, which is pretty good. But what isn't it?
Huh?
20 times the average wage?
Oh.
No, but what I'm saying is, but if you think about, this is big because I always bring back America because I just, every time I go to America, I'm like, and I watch NFL, I watch NBA, I'm like, they are so far ahead of us. Like we think AFL's the be on it, which I love it, but over there, like the payment they get, like a rookie's on $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the pay, if you look at our pay, I reckon you guys should get paid more.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit more, but I don't think we can ever be on that.
No. I'm not saying we're going to be on that level, but we should. We're the only sport the executives get paid more than the players.
Yeah.
I think, and Pendlebury came out and said the same thing, and I agree with him. And then Paul, I feel bad for Pendles because he came out and said, and everyone's like, oh, look, here's just another rich footballer saying that they want more money. No, what he's saying is, compared to other sports, our executives get paid the most. Our players should get paid more. You're the product, not them. You should get paid more. But I think the RBA, whatever the next CBA coming out, you're looking to get more as well. But I just look at it, this is, at the end of the day, if you think about it, you should never work. I'm talking about most players. If you play 10 years, you should never work a day in your life.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, obviously, you talk about the NBA there. It's like the NBA, it's an international sport where people come from all over the world to play, so the best 400, whatever it may be, get paid.
Yeah.
It's like, if you made AFL an international sport, I probably don't have a job. Like, you're going to get all these other better athletes from other countries that come over and take my spot. So
I probably don't have a job. Yeah,
I've got to be pretty grateful with the money I'm earning, because if it was international, I'd be a chippy. Like, really.
What is that? What you would have done if you say you didn't make that?
No, definitely not. Wouldn't have been a tradie.
I don't think you'd be a tradie.
Have a look at me hands, mate.
They're smooth. Give me hands. Give me hands.
That one's actually not great, but
he's got girl hands.
That's beautiful. Do you moisturize them?
No, I don't moisturise them. But just haven't spent many days out in the field of work.
I don't think he's put on the tools much. Far out.
What would you do if you didn't make that?
Yeah, what would you do, Steve?
I actually don't know. Like I said, when I was 15 or 16, I probably knew that it was more than likely I was going to be playing AFL. So I did pretty well in school. I had got a reasonable enough ATAR where I would have had quite a few options. So who knows where I would have gone.
If you had to stop now, what would you do?
Probably become a trainer at Woodford. I heard they pay all right.
Oh, God, fucking hell. What? How many years you got left on your contract?
I've got 2 more to go.
Who's your manager? Robbie D'Orazio?
Yeah, Robbie D'Orazio.
So he's been your manager from the start?
Yeah.
He was the one who got you the 5-year deal at Collingwood, 6-year deal?
Yeah. I think it was like 4 or 5 maybe at Collingwood. It was 4 at Collingwood, I think, and 5 at North.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you want to finish your years off at North. I'm guessing that's so far.
Yeah, definitely. And then the aim would be to sign another 4 or 5 year if everything went to plan.
Well, if you play good next 2 years, you'll get another 4 or 5 year deal.
Yeah, hopefully. And that would then take me to 30, 31. And
are you one of those players who don't... Are you happy, like 31, you'd be happy to retire, or you just got to wait and see, or you want to play?
Like at the end of that, I want to play footy no matter. I'll probably play till I'm 36, 37 anyway.
Yeah, so you'll go to a club with, I'm guessing, your good mate. What was his name? I love him. He's funny
Weasel,
dude.
Jesse.
Weasel. Will you play with him? Because I know he still plays.
Yeah, I think so. So once my AFL career's done, like there's nothing I want more than to go back and play local footy.
Because you are, let's be serious, you're a true Ferntree Gully boy, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Where does he play? Where does
there was something, they all did play for Ferntree Gully, and then a little bit of drama went on and they all moved to Mitcham. But
so he doesn't play for Ferntree Gully?
Nah, not anymore. Probably 4 years they haven't been there, but they've won 2 flags at Mitcham. They just won on Saturday. They knocked off South Belgrave, who were undefeated.
Wait, what div are they in? What div's
Div 1.
Div 1, so Mitcham it is.
Yeah, Mitcham.
Mitcham. So they beat South Belgrave, who were undefeated.
Yeah, and they came and knocked them off by a goal. So that was good fun celebrating back at the Mitcham club rooms on Saturday.
So Mitcham, Steve-O down at Mitcham. So you think, so when your career's over, you'll definitely play. So all your mates are at this Mitcham at the moment. That must have been good to watch for you.
Yeah, unbelievable. So there's probably about 9 or 10 blokes I played all my junior footy with that played in the flag. My sister's boyfriend's in the team. So yeah, it was awesome. Go down and support them whenever I can. Do
you love watching local football still?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, I wouldn't just go watch a local game I don't know anyone. But
but obviously for your mates.
If my mates are playing, then yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's great to hear. When I saw Weasel's face on the thing, I couldn't stop laughing. But that's great, man. To knock them off, you got to think. Imagine if you were South Belgrave, you win the whole year in the grand final. Yeah. Must have been a good game though, close game.
It was, yeah. Like I said, I think it was a goal in it in the end, and
shit. Mate, must have been huge back at the club.
It was great, yeah.
So what's your plans? So you've got 2 months off now. What are you going to do with your time? Are you going to go away? Because I know Bull's going away. Are you going to go? Because there's no footy trip for you guys this year because there's too many guys injured. We said off camera. But what are you going to do? Are you going to hang around? You know you got a missus. You going to go away with her or what?
Yeah, so my girlfriend, her old man lives in Bali actually. So
nice.
She's going to go and have a belated 21st over there.
Yeah.
So we're going over on Monday, and my mum and dad are coming as well. And then
how long for?
I'm going to go for 3 weeks in total.
Yeah. So it's a long time to go to Bali.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend's going for a week, so we'll spend that time probably having
Yeah.
our most fun, and then mum and dad are staying on for another 2 weeks, so I'm going to go stay with them, and that'll just be relaxing, sit by the pool,
Chill
just
out.
chat. It's not going to be the party scene as it might have otherwise been.
Oh God, where in Bali? Where are you going in Bali?
I usually stay in Seminyak, so there's a good main strip there around
Oh,
near Seminyak
I
Square.
got told. I don't know if this is true, but Geordie DeGoey has like this is. I don't know if this is true. He owns a lot of property over there. Is that true?
I got no idea, but a lot of property sounds a little bit.
That's what I've been told. I don't know if that's true. I got told he owns a nightclub over there as well. Is that a lie?
Well, I can't confirm, but
You're mates with him, aren't you?
It does sound unlikely. It does sound unlikely, and owning a nightclub over there is unlikely. You might own a villa.
A villa, okay. Well, he goes there a lot, so I just thought that you might be staying in his where he lives. No, okay.
I'll just jump on Airbnb and find the nicest one I can.
Bro, there's good ones there as well. It's not even that like it's not like overly pricey, is it?
It's not too bad. I mean, it's not cheap either, really, the accommodation, but that's really the only thing that you pay a high price for, I suppose. If you buy cheap accommodation, you get cheap accommodation. You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
Like, you don't want to skimp out on that, but
Yeah.
I mean, the food and that's all pretty cheap. It's just alcohol's still
Does
normal.
everyone
Normal
get
price.
sick every time they get there? Like, do you always get sick when
No,
you go?
I got Bali my first time I went and haven't had it.
Just don't
again
drink
since.
the water and don't eat off the carts. That's my thing. Have you been there?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been. That's why, like,
Oh, you never been?
No, I wouldn't.
Ah, so
Once you get used to it, though, you can. Like, I ate off the carts last time. Whenever I brush my teeth, like, you got people that pour the.
I would pour
filtrated
bottled water.
Nah, I'll just go to the tap. It's
don't
fine.
do that.
Oh, you don't get sick.
Never, nah. Your body becomes accustomed to it.
My suggestion
How
is
do you
don't.
think all the Balinese kids don't get
My
sick?
suggestion is
Yeah, no
don't
shit.
do that. But anyway, Jaidyn does that.
Have you
But I
been to
guess
Bali?
what he's saying, yeah. I've been to Bali twice. I've been to Philippines. I've been around the world. I go to Bali and Philippines to get tats done. It's cheap. Do you reckon?
Yeah. I got my leg done there.
You just got to
so-
be careful because,
Why?
well, there could be AIDS there as well because you just got to be careful to clean. Well, it's true.
What do you mean?
No, but you know what I mean.
When have you
Like-
gone there and they haven't pulled out a clean needle?
But I'm just making sure to tell everyone, make sure it's a clean needle. I'm
I
big
got
on
mixed
that.
reviews
And
right
I
now.
ask them, I say, show me the needle straight away. They go, show me. Because I'm just fucking careful.
Okay.
But you can only get AIDS once, but you know what I mean? Like, just be careful.
Once you got it, you're stuck with it.
No, but I'm just saying, be careful because my mate nearly got Hep B off a needle but seriously, off Bali, I swear to God.
How did he nearly get it?
Well, he reckons. he reckons that what happened was the week before, heaps of people got Hep B from the same guy, and he found out. He freaked out, and I go, "Well, go get tested." Got tested, didn't have Hep B. Could have got Hep B. You know?
Oh my God.
No, I'm just-
Almost got hit me.
I was like, what did it nearly come into his body or something?
Are you going to get more tats or what?
No, I think I'm done. I think
No, don't say.
when I was 18, like I loved the pain. Like it wasn't really pain.
Hold
I
on, wait, are
enjoyed
you
the
like me?
feeling.
You hate the feeling now?
Oh, now it hurts.
Bo, that is exactly why it's like I used to love it, and now I have such a low pain threshold for it.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like
Why?
oh, it's just not worth sitting
Not
through
worth
that pain.
it. Yeah. What have you seen Ball's new tats?
I've seen him. Yeah,
They're terrible.
he's got his own style. Actually, I like most of them.
I don't. I'm big on like actual having like for me, you got to have like a story behind it.
Like something to talk about.
You
Not
got to have
just,
a
Run
story.
us through your story. Just one little.
Okay,
story.
so
give us a couple. This
I'll tell you, fucking Jaidyn. So the fish, the koi fish, swims up the stream, jumps over, becomes a man. So that's why I got a koi fish to present that I'm a man, right? Then I got this Zeus tat because Zeus is the king of all gods. That's why I got it, and that's a story behind it.
That is not a story. You calling yourself the king? It is not a story.
But that's why I got it. I reckon you got to have a story behind it. And I've got this lion tattoo because the king of the jungle. I'm the king of the jungle. What does yours mean?
I've got a few that have meaning. Like this
Alright,
one
hit me.
here. This one here says you were amazing and we did amazing things.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what
It's
does
a
the R
song-
mean?
It's a song "Amazing" from Alex Lloyd.
Yeah.
That was a song that my grandma got wheeled out to at her funeral.
That's beautiful. That's
The
nice.
R's for my mum, Raquel and Darren, my mum and dad's initials.
Yeah, your mum and dad are lovely people, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
They actually, your mum, you look a dead ringer of your dad.
really?
Yeah.
When I walked in there, I'm like, holy crap.
He actually bring his dad. Same height.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
Do you honestly get that a lot? Because
Yeah.
I remember before I met him, I saw a photo of you two. I'm like, yeah, he's Jaidyn. He's literally you.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the nice chompers like I do, or Woody does.
The nice, look at our chompers. What colour did you get?
Oh, not as white as yours. I went a bit more natural than you.
Yeah, because they said to me, what colour? I said white, so I got one off the whitest.
Yeah, I was about 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think you were lower than, yeah?
What's the widest like? Like
It's paper.
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Is it just too much?
Yep.
I was going to get it, and then... so I call up, the only person I call up, and you know this... I'll call Kieran up straight away and go, if I look like a dick, just tell me. Most times she go, you're a dickhead. And I said, if I got this white, would I look like an idiot? She goes, yes.
How do you know, though? Do they put it like...
You can see it. You can generally see it. And I called her up. So she came down and looked at it. She goes, you look like a fucking idiot, but if you want to get it, I know you'll get it. So I said, oh, look, I'll just go one off it. And then afterwards, straight away, I'm like, fuck, I wish I got the widest. But now I'm like happy with it. Because I would, you know those dickheads, like those influencers that look real white? You're like, yeah. Jaidyn got the natural one. So you can get natural colour.
Smile for me, Jaidyn. Yeah, you wouldn't even fucking... Like, they're just nice teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what they look like.
Where did you get your done? Shout out to where you got it done.
Dr. D at Vogue Dental.
Everyone gets it done there. It's like the place to go, apparently.
Yeah, is that where you went?
No, I didn't go him. I went to Dr. Val, BC Dental. Shout out the king, Dr. Val. We're mates now, so... I told you went down there, you met Val. How much of a legend is he?
He's fucking great.
So he just met me. We kind of became mates off that. We just talk most weeks now. He kills it, Jaidyn. So he's over in Burning Man at the moment. He just goes overseas. Every 3 months overseas. I'm like, living the dream. But the money that they make is massive, huge. Yeah, You've been there. How nice is it?
Yeah, it's because they treat you like royalty. When you go
legends. Yeah.
You should be treating the king like royalty, shouldn't you?
That's how it has to happen. Now.
Well, listen, here's another perk about being an AFL player. Obviously, you got heavily discounted teeth.
Yep.
So the reason... Shandor Earl, I'm going to push Shandor on the bus here. I don't know if you know Shandor, the NRL player. And he goes to me, I said, mate, I know for a fact you didn't pay anything for those teeth. He goes, nah, man, I did. And I called him up. I'm like, how much you pay? He's like, nah, I paid a little bit. And I kept annoying the shit out of him for weeks. And he goes, nah, I didn't pay anything. So the benefit, being an AFL football, you guys can afford it. You get a lot of stuff for free. That is pretty good.
Yeah, it is a great benefit, yeah.
Do you have to promote him hard, though?
I did have to promote him hard, yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't. You did one post on it.
Did about 10 posts.
Oh, come on.
Which I'm saying, it's great, yeah. 10 posts and, yeah, they were worth quite a lot of money. So to get them for...
20 grand was
free.
worth up all. Yeah, to get them for free. But I guess, I mean, that's how people these days, when they see an AFL player, they want to go, oh, well, Jaidyn Stephenson gets it here. I wouldn't do that. I'd go, fuck, where can I get it cheaper? But where I went, as Trish, you know, it was a really good process. My process was about 2 months. How long was yours?
Yeah, pretty similar.
What's the process?
You go in, you get all the testing and the x-rays, and then you decide you do your trial ones, you decide what colour and all that sort of stuff, and then they have to... Mine are porcelain, so they have to full shape the porcelain, I suppose. Because
they shave your teeth down, don't they?
No, not at all.
No?
No, a little bit. Okay. They did that for me.
Not for me at all. Mine were just caps over the top.
Did you? Oh. Did they message you? They get in contact with you, or you got in contact with them?
I think I might. I think I might have. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was off Sandor that I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And I'd had another company message me about it, saying, "Would you like veneers?" And that. Obviously, I ground my teeth down, and this dentistry company found it and like, "Yeah, would you like some veneers?" And I was like, "Oh, nah." But then I saw Sandor's, and I was like, they look unbelievable. So then I think I messaged them. I said, can I just come in for a consultation? Like, yep, no worries. Waiting for the consultation. They were there for 2 hours. They're going, yep, it'll look good like this.
2 fucking hours?
Yeah, it'll look good like this, that. I was like, all right, beautiful. Just wondering, like, on a price. He's like, no, we'll look after you. And I said...
Wait, what? They said they'll look after you? Yeah. That's how they said it?
On the day, he's like, no. I said, because this is my consultation. And obviously he put trials in to show me what they'd be like. And I was like, okay, yeah, these are pretty good. What sort of price am I looking at? And he goes, no, we'll look after you. I said, can you give me like a ballpark figure? He goes, mate, don't worry about the money. He goes, do you like them? And I said, yeah, I do. He goes, all right, we'll do it. So I sort of just did it on the proviso of like, I got no idea how much this is going to cost. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it was, free.
When I went in there, in my head... Fucking Christ. This is what happens in society these days, free. And the people who pay, the working class like me, I had to pay, was $2,000 a tooth. I think, how much did I say? 20 grand. 20 grand I paid. But then he put the price down. I told you this. He just kept going, we'll put the price down. He kept putting the price down. I said, stop doing that. Because but then I realised how much money. He's a legend, absolute legend. And because I kept telling everyone, you know how I am. If I like it, I'll tell everyone. I bought him about 5, 6 people, so he bought it down a fair bit. I can't remember what he bought it down to. A fair bit, though. So I think
they're pretty cheap to make, though, at the end of the day. Like,
Why do they cost so much then?
I think the skill of being able... Like, so obviously someone's got a piece of porcelain and has shaved them down to look like teeth. I think it's more the skill. They get paid for their experience and their skill of learning how to do it.
Is it that hard, though?
I reckon it would be. If I gave you a bit of porcelain, you reckon you could shave it down to look like a tooth?
Yeah, probably not.
It'd be pretty tough, man. Like, I think you got to learn that. So I'm like, I think that's
well,
what they
you're
get
not happy
paid
with
for.
your teeth at all? You weren't happy with your teeth?
I didn't really care, to be honest.
Oh.
But, yeah, I was like, oh, well, there's this option here.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, true. Because for me, I just always wanted fake teeth. I don't know, I've always wanted fake teeth.
Mine were always tiny because I used to grind them when I slept.
Oh,
so tiny.
Grind your teeth.
Do you still grind them?
I don't think so. I'm supposed to be wearing a mouth guard to bed, but I don't.
Oh, shit, I'm supposed to wear mine too. I never do that either. I don't do that.
Yeah, so if these start getting grinded down, then I'll have to go back.
Let's talk about, let's move to, this is weird. Let's move to love. You're with a missus. I reckon since you've been with your missus, you've calmed down a little bit. This is always going to
come up.
You have calmed down a bit. I reckon you have.
Yeah, I've always been pretty calm. But
calm, collected.
No, she's good. She's a good influence on me.
It's obviously a good influence on you.
Yeah, she's a good influence. She's a nice girl.
How did you guys meet?
At the Espy in St Kilda.
Oh, okay, nice. So. And then obviously you asked her on a date and she said yes, so that's how it went, or?
Yep, that's exactly how it went.
Perfect. What was your first date, do you remember?
Yeah, I went to Doyle's down in...
Mordialloc.
In Mordialloc.
Yeah.
Bit of seafood.
The best oysters Kilpatrick going around.
Yeah, fresh.
Took her there. We sat outside just on the canal and had a good chat.
Beautiful.
The canal.
Good feed. Is it canal? I don't.
Canal.
Canal.
Not the canal. Canal. Canal.
Yeah, close enough. It was romantic, nonetheless.
So it was romantic.
Did you know straight away that you were like, oh, this chick's like pretty cool. Like I enjoy being with it. Or was it just like?
I think I did. Yeah. At the end of the date, I got in my car, drove away, and was thinking that it's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow.
How long did it take you to ask her out? Like, say, will you be my girlfriend?
Oh, a couple months.
It took me a week.
Apparently, it wasn't even a week. You just first time you met her.
Who told you that?
Up in Queensland, you went up. You'd never met her.
Who told
Second
you?
day.
Hold on. Who told you that?
Hold on. Is it true or not?
Yeah. How did you know that?
Don't ask the question.
Just heard, mate.
No. How did you know that?
I'm not a snitch, mate.
That's pretty fucking good by you, actually. That's actually true. That's unbelievable that someone found that out. Yeah, it's actually true. Went to Queensland and met her, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just into this girl. We just knew straight away. I've never been nervous meeting a girl. When I came out, I'm like, I was so nervous, and I'm never nervous. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And we went back to her house. I shouldn't be saying this, but I'll fucking say it anyway. And she jumped me, and yeah, that was it, dude. I swear to God, she just jumped me.
You can't.
No, but she did. She'll tell you herself. She'll come on this podcast and say she jumped me, and that was it. And I knew it was love from day one. And then we're moving in together. Dirk knows this in probably 3 weeks. And I think I proposed to her. Oh, shit, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'll say it anyway.
You can't tell the exact date, though. He'll propose to her soon.
I think I'll propose to her soon. Yeah. Well, I know. I just 100% I know. We're at the same. I'm at that age now. So
you're older as well. You know, you don't want to fuck around wasting time.
Well, I know, and she's a bit older than me, so that's where we're not wasting time. And she's a great chick.
You were nervous when you first called her, though, too. Do you remember the first?
Fuck yeah, I was nervous too. I'd never get nervous. I got nervous.
Cute little chat.
Yeah, she's a good woman. So there we go.
No, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
Happy for you.
I can't believe you found that out though, because not many people know about that. So I don't know how you found that out. But she puts up with a lot of my shit. I've got certain quirks in my life that the only person that can put up with it is her, Kieran. And I think Kieran's happy now that she's going to push me. But no, it's good, man. Like I do like it, and it's good to kind of having a girlfriend because I do kind of control myself a lot more. Where before I've been a bit loose, so it's good because I just calm down a bit and she met my parents on the weekend and I met her parents, so
beautiful.
It went well. How did it go when you first met her parents? Good.
Yeah, good. She's got a lovely mum and dad, and
like
I said, the dad lives in Bali, so
that's good.
Had a good catch up with him last time I was there, and
yeah.
She lived with their mum, so.
Does she have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, she's got an older brother who's about my age.
Yeah.
And he just does his own thing. He's a good fella as well.
Good guy.
Can't complain.
Well, that's good. It's what I've realised. You got to get along with all their family as well. Like for me, it was good that I met her family, and they're just normal. Like they're just not not normal. What's normal these days?
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? But what is normal? Because I don't think I'm normal. But then she met my parents, and she's like, "Oh, they're lovely," and it's good that I met them because
everyone's happy. You can just kind of
Well, for me, it's like I just want a normal mother-in-law, whatever normal is. A normal,
whatever
so it's
that
good.
Continuum
yeah, so I said, they just wanted to get to know me, and it was good. We went there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and Yeah, it's really good.
Now-
So, yeah.
Woody, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Steve-O wants kids. Do you want kids?
Do you want kids?
I'll do eventually, yeah. I think it'd be nice.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I do. If she told me she was pregnant today, I'd say, yeah, great, we'll keep it. Seriously, so yeah, if it does happen, happens. Yeah, it does. But because I'm on TRT, it can't happen. You actually, which I found out on TRT, you're like, what's the word for it when you can't have kids?
Infertile.
Infertile. I'm infertile.
What's TRT?
Testosterone replacement therapy. Because I'm on that, you can't have kids.
Are you just infertile while you're on it, or?
Well, yeah. So I can, if I get off it and I've got to take certain things, I can go straight on it. So it doesn't really matter at the moment. But I will, for me to make her pregnant, obviously I have. But it can still happen. But it's a minute chance.
Yep.
So I reckon I do want kids. Like example, if she called me up, she said she's pregnant. Yeah, I'd probably say keep the kid because I'm at that age now. So yeah. So you want kids though, obviously, and just later on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, probably. I don't know, before I'm 30, hopefully.
I think a lot of I personally, for me, I wouldn't. My mates had kids at a young age, and I look at that and I'm like, I wouldn't have it that young, but it is what it is. That's life. If it happens, it happens. I guess it's just got to be with the right person.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. At the club, a lot of footballers, what I see, a lot of footballers have kids young. Like I don't know if any of your teammates had kids at your young age.
No, we actually don't have many kids at the club.
Oh, really?
We just got Zeebs, Hawley,
You got
and
a young-
Gunners all just retired.
Yeah.
I think Goldie might be the only one.
Really?
Oh, and Liam Shields has got one as well.
Yeah, but they're a bit older, aren't
Yeah,
they?
we've got no one that's pretty young and got kids.
Yeah, but you see a lot of footballers, they have kids real young. Like Pendle's had kids young, didn't he?
Yeah. But I think once you find a good one, like what's holding you back?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I feel like being raised by a good family too, you obviously think, oh, fuck, I like this. You know, I want to do the same.
You can see what the good side of it can be. So
Yeah.
there's no hesitation.
Do you think it'd be hard raising a family whilst being in the AFL?
No, not really. I think it'd be quite like a lot of troubles that can come when having a kid is just like financial trouble, and like Woody alluded to before, there's not that stress when,
Which is a good thing. Yeah.
when you're in football.
Let's just be honest, you don't have that stress at all. Come on. You know what? The big thing about me, which was funny, when during the pandemic, you guys could play, you guys could still get paid, and we could. Well, I did, but we couldn't really. Well, we weren't, but we were all still open because
Anyway,
we're not. No. We were legally allowed to open.
yes, for professional
athletes and high-level athletes, and we're not a gym. Remember that. So I found it interesting that you guys during the pandemic, which I know you didn't like the pen because when you guys were up in Queensland, I know you didn't like it really that much. I wouldn't have liked it either, but it was always interesting to see how you guys could still do your job, but we weren't seen as, what's the word for it, essential, which did annoy me. But I get at the end of the day, that's society. Society wanted to see sport because if we didn't have sport, how bored would we be?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like as much as it wasn't necessarily essential, it's like everyone's locked up at home.
Yeah.
Surely they want to be watching some sport.
Yeah, true.
I know I would be. So
It's just such a big part of society.
yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like we've got the final series coming around at the moment. It's like seeing Carlton in there. Like the Carlton fans have missed it for so long.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing seeing them do well. And if Carlton won it, imagine
Until they get
Lygon
knocked out.
Street.
Huge,
Yeah, it'd be
massive.
All the wogs.
Do you watch any, now that you're finished, do you still watch football much or no, not really?
I watched the two games. I watched the Carlton Sydney game and I watched the Melbourne Collingwood.
So you still watch football?
Yeah, I just sat in my spa and had a watch.
You got a good spa, man. When I saw that spa, I was sick.
Yeah.
Cheeky jacuzzi. Is it big?
Yeah, it's good. Fit 8 to 10 to 12 people.
Oh, fuck yeah. Is it inbuilt?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Better.
No, it's good. So I just sit in there over night time and like I said, Thursday, Friday night, I was sitting in there, so I thought I might as well put the TV on. We've got a TV out there as well.
Who's your favourite? Do you have a favourite player you like watching in the competition at all? No?
No, not really.
But when you're growing up, who was your favourite player?
Jonathan Brown. Always Jonathan Brown. I wore number 16, big Brisbane supporter.
Yeah.
And now he's actually helping coach at the club, so pretty cool getting to
At
meet
North?
him. Yeah, he's doing 1 day a week with the tall forwards. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No, he's a ripping
Good
fella.
guy.
Ripper, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still talk to the Dakes?
Yeah, I still speak to Josh and Nick every now and then.
Yeah.
So
What are you thinking, like, for me, because I know them as well, it's crazy to watch both them, especially Nick, become like the king of the competition. Is it nuts to watch?
yeah, it doesn't really surprise me for both of them. Like I said, Josh lived with me and Nick would come over quite a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're the most hardworking people I've ever met.
yeah.
They always, like I said, they were down here working with you, they'll go into the Oval having a kick after training. Like they've always they love football, they work on their craft, and there's no surprise why they're doing so well.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed was how the 1%ers they do, they're just always working, always asking questions, how to get better, every facet of their game. And you've seen them, like there's another level. Their work ethic's brilliant. And I think at that level, everyone's good. What are you doing differently? You know that.
Yep.
And it's just kind of working on your craft, becoming a master of your craft. And I think that they've got it down pat. I think from a young age, though, Nick just saw Josh and went with Josh, and that's why he got so good as well. I think it's just following someone like that and just wanting to get better every week. Like, he just wants to get better. It's fantastic to watch. They both deserve it, though. Have you made All-Australian, the squad, yet? Ever?
No.
You won a Rising Star,
close.
though.
I won a Rising Star, yeah. No, not even close to the squad, I don't think. But
who made this? Oh, what about Suv made the...
He made the team. Nick Larkey's had an amazing year.
Imagine if Nick Larkey... Imagine when you start... Next year when you guys start, I still reckon you're going to start winning at some stage because you're going to have all these young kids with the good older talent. How good would he be in a winning team?
Oh, the ball coming in, it's not great, and the amount of times it comes in isn't great either. So,
and he still kicks 70 goals.
I think it was.
Wow.
So I think once the ball movement gets a little bit better and the ball comes in nicer, people's skills get better. Sylv can, like, I'm going to say 100 isn't off the cards.
No. I agree. Dude, I agree. The fact that you guys came second last, and you probably should have come last if you think about it, if you lost the last game.
What do you mean think about it? We didn't.
No, but if you you won the last game, right?
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't have won that.
So if we hadn't, we would have finished last. If we had won 8 more games during the year, we would have been playing finals.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, here we go.
Shock and call.
But if he was like, there's definitely 100 on the cards. I agree with you. Because the ball coming in, you look at guys like, I have to admit, I watch him play a fair bit. I thought he was really good this year. Sheasel for a young kid.
Yep.
How was he around the club? Obviously quite professional.
Very professional. Was organising off-site, like recovery activities for everyone. And when he's in the club, just works as hard as anyone. So there's no surprise why he had the success that he did.
Same as I'm a big fan. Obviously, he trains here as well. Georgie Wardlow.
Yep.
He did really well until he got injured, obviously. How was he around the club? Really good?
Yeah, he was all right, yep. But he worked hard as well. He was in that group, and
Yeah.
he's one of those blokes that he's more of just a natural footballer.
Yeah.
He's just very, very talented.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully he
Did he
get
get
his
a
body right. And
Yeah, he played.
How'd it go?
Really good. Well, apparently the reason why Clarko came back is because he saw Georgie play. And he's like, I want to be part of this kid's career.
Wow.
You see, how's Clarko been since he got back? Was he all right?
yeah, been awesome. He obviously needed that time away. It would have been tough. Like, we were talking about the scrutiny before, but having that sort of stuff put on your reputation, on your character.
Wait, did you hear the story? He was at the petrol station and someone had a full crack at him.
Yeah.
And I think for him, he was like, is this worth it anymore? Would it be worth it? Apparently people having cracks at his kids as well.
Yeah, it's just disgusting how people treat people. And
Well,
when it's all just allegations as well, there's nothing proven. So, he took the time away that he needed and he's come back. He's been amazing since he's been back. And
Refreshed, yeah.
if we're going to go somewhere, it's going to be with him as our leader. So,
Well, you need him. I mean, I think he's such a good coach and you can see he can coach, but it just weighed on him. It obviously weighed on him. And what I got told is last game before he left, you guys were getting belted at halftime. He lost the plot. Apparently, went hard at you guys, and that's when he knew I have to have a rest. That's what I got told. Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe it might have been being a bit hard on himself. I can't remember him really having a good spray at us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you never know what people are dealing with inside.
Internally, yeah. Correct.
And it's easy to put on a front and put on a mask, but I think it's when they're all alone or behind closed doors. That's where they.
Look at, and I will bring this up, but you look at the Tim Membry situation and what happened with him and what's happening with him right now. It's obviously not good. That's a big mental health thing as well. So I think you do talk about. I've seen you bring this up a few times, talking about mental health, which is really good on your behalf. Because the AFL player, I think we need to talk about this more with men's mental health, where we need to talk about just what you said. Just because externally they look fine, internally they could be really struggling. So if you are struggling, always reach out. I think that's a big thing. It's okay to not be okay. And I think you do talk about this. And I think AFL players are getting real good at this, where you guys are talking about this a lot more. And you are supporting your friends as well, especially in a football club. A lot of people can put on this front. And I think one thing people don't... Us men, we think you've got to internalise it. You shouldn't internalise. You should talk about it. And I think at the clubs are getting better at that. You know more than me, are they?
Yeah, 100%. Inside the clubs are amazing. You've got great freedom to to speak your mind and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. The thing I just have the trouble with is just the media. I just find absolute double standard within the media because it's like there will be an ad for a lifeline, or they'll be talking about, geez, we can't be doing this to people's mental health, and then the next minute you've just got commentators, reporters just absolutely potting people.
They're fucking abusing people.
Just abusing people, and it's like where do you stand? You're the media.
But sometimes they just say it for this. Like, I feel like sometimes they just say that mental health stuff for the sake of saying it, but don't necessarily mean it.
That's what I think they do for sure. It's just a tick box sort of thing for them, and that's what needs to change.
Because like they dehumanize you when they just fucking abuse everything you do.
Yeah,
it's like, well, again, you guys just still are human beings.
Exactly.
I think one thing people forget is what you say is true, but also you're young guys. You're in the prime of you're younger. You're going to make mistakes, and I feel bad for you guys sometimes when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you're still in that age where you're going to make mistakes. Yet when you do something wrong, they will go after you, like hard. And when I read, I'm like, this kid, if you go to Sydney or you go to, Sydney's a perfect example where it's not a football bubble, they can get away with it. I remember hearing, who was it? Timmy Taranto, I think he said this. Tim goes, when you're up there, you can go out to a nightclub. No one knows who the fuck you are. So you can do what you want. Now here, everyone will... No, it's true though, bro. Do they get through? But that's the benefit of being up there. It's a bubble here. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because...
More relaxed.
Well, yeah, more relaxed. But also, at the end of the day, they're just like what you said. You're just people. And I think the media, it is double standards. 100% double standards. And I just don't like the perfect example, and this annoys the fuck out of me. I had to turn off I was watching on my phone, I just threw my phone, I'm like, this is fucked. Caroline Wilson saying shit like this, and I can't stand Caroline Wilson whatsoever. Her and Kane Corns can get fucked. But the perfect example is Caroline Wilson saying, Braden Maynard, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Went around there trying to apologise, right, with flowers and whatever he bought, right? And I know Corey, I know you know Corey quite well, so I'm a bit biased here because I know Corey Maynard quite well. I've trained him and Corey's at your club, right, legend. But Caroline Wilson goes, I don't think the flowers made the vase. What the fuck is that gutter journalism? Like, do you know what I mean, bro? But can you understand what I'm saying? She's trying to make a story out of nothing, in my opinion. And that whole thing was just overblown. It's a football act. It is what it is. It's shit that Brayshaw got hurt. I don't like. No one likes that. You don't like that. No one does. You don't like when people get hurt. But it is what it is, Steve. We play a contact-based sport.
We play a sport where the chance of accidental
things happen.
On the fucking line.
Of things happening happens.
Correct.
And I think, like you said, like the media, like Braden is obviously played with Braden. I'm
obviously
good mates with
you're
Corey.
Good mates with Braden as well.
He is so different off the field than he is on the field. On the field, he's hard and tough.
But off the field.
Off the field, he's a big softie. He's one of the nicest people you'll meet. And for him to go around out of his way, he doesn't have to go to Angus's house and give him flour. Like, he doesn't have to do that.
But he did it, yeah.
He did it.
But they were making it...
And then they get scrutiny out of it. It's like, that is ridiculous.
So let's say he doesn't do it. They say he's an arsehole. And he does do it. He's either way. It's, I don't know. It's
well, if he doesn't do it, it doesn't get talked about. Because like I said, like, so many people get concussed and no one else goes around to their house. But
yeah. I think you could see afterwards what happened. He was actually sorry for it. You could see he was talking about it. He jumped up. What do you want him to do?
To bump him.
No, but the thing is... I did laugh at this, though. They had a biomechanical expert on, and whoever he was, shout out to whoever he was, he said, in my expert opinion, he jumped up, he was like a cannonball, couldn't do anything. You didn't need to be a biomechanical expert to see that. What else can he do? He jumped up. And, okay, yeah, Kane the King Corns, he said, there's nothing else he could do. I agree with him for once. And Kane, remember, you're the one who blocked me, mate. You're the one. Remember Kane pumped me, had a crack at me. You blocked me, mate. What a pussy, man.
You're gonna fight him?
Yeah, but he didn't want to. Remember that? And he tried to run. He goes, let's do it. Didn't you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that.
Well, he inboxed me. We went back and forth. I said, let's box. And then we nearly happened. And people kept calling up SEN saying, when are you going to box Woodford? And then we went back and forth. And then he goes, let's do a running race. What am I going to do a running race with you? So nothing eventuated. But Kane, you blocked me. And then he had a crack at... Jackson Edwards came on the Whilst Woodford show and he had a crack. He commented, why are you with this idiot and all this stuff. And anyway, he blocked me. So there's my story with Kane Corns. I don't know if you didn't hear that, but there we go. So Kane, you blocked me, champ. But yeah, I don't like that stuff either. I think that the media, we've got too many journalists, way too many. Like in Australia, way too many. And I think the whole thing is they want, at the end of the day, I get it. They have a job to sell papers, but I think they embellish the truth a lot. Embellish is a word I use. They embellish the truth.
Yep.
And I think at the end of the day, your people, and I think too many of these people kind of look at you like, how can I drag? I think you said it at the start, you said it perfectly. Tall poppy syndrome is huge in Australia.
Yep.
Man, if you're doing well, people like to drag you down. And they do, man. That's how it is. So it's the society we live in today. So, By the way, when are we sitting down to talk about, and I can bring this up on camera, when are we going to sit down and talk about our the quilt business?
Yeah, look, I need to do one thing at a time, so I decided to go with the podcast. I went with the podcast and just put my focus into that. So.
But once you're into that, let's talk about this quilt business.
Yeah, we'll see how
I've been doing my research on the quilt business. Sheridan and quilt. No, seriously, it's good money. The quilt business, yeah.
Is it worth getting into?
No, it is. You got to know what you're doing, though. But linen,
I have no idea.
You got no idea. So you got to read up on it.
So is it for like pillows, blankets? Like
Blankets, pillows, yeah.
Sheets.
Sheets.
It's never going to go out of fashion. Like, people are going to be buying beds for the next 100 years.
It's so true, though. It's never going. You need it. It's right. You need it.
And what? So would you make or like sell it? Like would you just?
Yeah, I've looked into it a little bit. I haven't really looked into the whole.
Yeah, the process.
But I think it's logistical. It can be logistical.
It can be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
Wow. But he's focusing on his podcasting, Reminisce with Jaidyn. All right, we've got 2-3 more minutes here. Dirk, anything you want to ask him to finish off?
No, man. I think that was awesome. Like, again, you summed up everything really well. If you could give something for the guests to just take away, like something you've learned just across your whole life, like being into football, doing all the things you've been doing, what's some of the best life advice you can give someone?
Jeez, you put me on the spot there.
What is the life advice, the Jaidyn Stephenson life advice?
I think just have pure confidence in yourself. If you are confident in yourself, then it will help you to make better decisions. And I think some people at times can be insecure. They can question themselves where they fit in, and that's when they can then maybe make wrong decisions to try and fit in or whatever it may be. If you just have complete confidence in yourself, you'll be a good person. You'll trust your morals, your values, treat other people well, and yeah, you'll just make better decisions as a whole. So that would be my biggest life advice.
Good. I love putting people on the spot. Just this random fucking question.
Jaidyn Stephenson life advice 101. That's his life advice.
Be confident in yourself.
That's great, man. It's honest because people don't, and people try to fit in, try to act different. Like how many times you would see people just be like, "Oh, Jaidyn said I'm going to try to act different. You want to be cool, or whatever."
100%. No, that does happen though.
No, do you know what I mean?
One of your morals is like, I don't know, honesty, and you're in a situation where you're sort of being persuaded to not be honest. Stuff that. Yeah. Stick to your own morals, be honest. And if that person doesn't accept you for you being honest they're not someone you need in your life.
Bro, that's a pretty good life advice.
I'll go this hand.
I'll go with this hand because I can't use the other one.
No, that's spot on, man. Beautiful. Yeah.
Let me just end on this. I just want to, since I've known you, I think people get you a bit wrong. I just think in general because of what you've been through and stuff like that, but I think how you responded in life, you're a great guy. You've been a good mate to me. You always supported Woodford, myself. So I just want to say thank you. You always, man, you're brilliant. Like I'll ask you, like example, Mac Iron, be like, "Oh, Jaidyn, can you come help us?" Straight away, all the time. So I do, man. You're a fucking legend. Thanks for being my mate. And you're always willing to help out. That's one thing about you. Since I've been friends with you, I always ask you, can you do this straight away? Yes, no issue. So I really do appreciate that. Where there's other guys I do know. Actually, no, that's a complete lie. All the boys here are fantastic. That's a complete lie, actually. But but straight away, you're the easiest one. Like, you can ask Kieran straight away. I'll be like, call, message Jaidyn. Straight away, she'll be like, "Oh, Jaidyn, do you have a ticket for the AFL Grand Final?" Yeah. But man, honestly, you've been great. Like, seriously, you're a legend. For anyone out there, if you do know him, you're the most relaxed dude. Like, for an AFL player, yeah, sweet. And even Kieran goes, "Does he have to ask his manager?" And Tivo's like, "No, don't worry, I'll just go do it." Like, one of those where other players would be like, "Oh, I've got to ask my manager first, blah, blah." But you're really cool about it. I really appreciate it straight away, being a friend of yours, and you're just a legend of a bloke. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story. You've got a great story, and I can't wait to see where you go in the next few years because I think you're only going to get better as you mature, which you have. You are a mature guy. Like for a young guy, you are quite mature because you've been through a lot. Though.
Switched on.
No, but also you got to remember, in the AFL, you have to mature quick. If you're an idiot young kid, you get kicked the fuck out straight away. You have to mature. You got to be professional, and you know this as well. And I'm guessing because you've been through all this stuff at Collingwood first and now at North, you've matured a lot. So it's been fantastic to watch your journey. For anyone out there, support him because he's a great guy. If you go for North, you understand. So can't wait to watch you grow and develop, and hopefully we can have you on in the next year or so after next year and go from there and just keep hearing your story. So you're fantastic. So thank you for coming on. We do appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks, Woody, and thanks, Dirk. You do a good job on Ask Woodford.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. As always, this has been episode 19 of Ask Woodford. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you, Steve-O. We'll see you next week for Ask Woodford, episode 20. And hopefully we have another guest, a special guest, so we'll see from there. So thank you.
Thanks, kids.